The Shining was released in theaters on May 23rd, 1980, and it is considered not only one of the greatest Stephen King novels of all time, but one of the greatest horror movies of all time. And after 40 years, it's time to go back to where it all began. It's time to return to the Overlook Hotel. It's time to come home. Care to join us? Hey, what's up guys? I'm Travis.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to be reviewing Dr. Sleep, a follow-up to The Shining, both the film directed by Stanley Kubrick and the book written by Stephen King. Taking place many years after the events of The Shining, the film follows a grown-up Danny Torrance as he struggles to overcome the traumatic events that he faced during the Overlook Hotel. After hitting rock bottom and falling into severe alcoholism, Danny tries to find a life of peace. That is, until he meets a young girl named Abra who, like Danny, displays extraordinary gifts that he refers to as the Shining. The two must then team up to defeat a cult that feeds upon people's shines in an attempt to become immortal.
One of the best things about this film is the acting. Ian McGregor is a standout as a grown-up Danny Torrance. He does a great job at portraying both a broken alcoholic and a father figure to Abra. Rebecca Ferguson excels as the antagonist of the film. She portrays Rose, a creepy woman who leads a group called the True Knot, which feeds on the shine to stay alive. The biggest surprise when it comes to the acting is the young girl of the film, Abra, played by Khalid Khan. This is her second big screen role, and she delivered a hell of a performance. She is one of the most impressive actors of the film, as she is able to hold her own with the more experienced cast members. Lastly, they bring back a character from The Shining, this time portrayed by a different actor. Carl Lumbly played Dick Halloran this time around, who was the cook at the Overlook Hotel. His acting is really well done, a worthy successor to Scott Mann-Kroener's. You honestly couldn't tell the difference between the two actors.
That's actually a good segue into the next topic. You see, they cast a lot of actors for this film that are lookalikes to characters from The Shining, and their resemblance in acting of those characters is uncanny. There are lots of callbacks, references, and Easter eggs from both book and the film version directed by Stanley Kubrick.
This film is also shot really well. Mike Flanagan did an amazing job as the director of this movie. For those who don't know, Mike Flanagan has directed many different horror pieces, such as Oculus, Ouija, Origin of Evil, Gerald's Game, and The Haunting of Hill House. One of the best things he did what made this movie great was he recreated shots and scenes from The Shining and incorporated them into the film.
Another great thing about this movie is that not only does it connect to The Shining, but it develops more of the world that The Shining takes place in. I mean, we see Danny has been struggling with the terrors that he faced during his childhood at the Overlook Hotel for all of his life. We also get more information on The Shining and what kind of powers it has. The film takes its time to introduce and develop its characters, sets up a dark and dramatic atmosphere, and allows us to see that Danny has been battling these demons not just from the Overlook, but also the demons that house from within.
The film had a lot of dark elements within it. Much like The Shining, Dr. Sleep focuses more on the psychological horror versus the jump scares and violent gore. What made this movie different from most horror films is that the protagonists aren't the typical horror movie protagonists. They don't make the stupid or stereotypical decisions that most characters in horror movies make. They're actually smart.
With that in mind, guys, we give this movie a B rating. This is a great movie that delivers stellar performances, a great story, excellent world building, and overall is a great successor to what came before it. It can lose its momentum at times, but if you like The Shining, I have a feeling you're going to enjoy this movie just as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We really would love to appreciate your support.
We'd also like to know what you thought about Dr. Sleep. Did you enjoy it as much as we did? Let us know down in the comment section below. And we'll see you at the movies.